Hi, I'm Antonio Centeno. I'm one of the founders of High Speed, Low Drag, along with John Lee Dumas of Entrepreneur on Fire and Tom Morcus of Insurgent Publishing. We've been putting together some great content that can help you make a kick-butt transition from the military into the civilian world. It doesn't matter if you've been out for 1 month or if you've been out for 2 decades. The information we're putting out, guys, is going to be super useful. And if you want more, go check out our high-level mastermind, High Speed Elite. And this is a really cool. We're running through a group, but there is some one-on-one training, and it's something that we only open up a couple times a year, and we're really proud of it, helping vets make a difference. Okay, guys, so let's get into this. 13 advantages that veterans have. Now, this is in support of my article. That article goes into about over 2,000 words, so I'm not going to go super detailed here, but I do want to give these so that you can maybe see a few of these that you have and know that, hey, I can get out there and I can do anything. Because we see so many veterans get out and they really limit themselves. You know, and I've talked about this in another video. The number one thing that holds veterans back is their mindset. But there are some competitive advantages that you've developed as a veteran that you can take into any job. So number one is leadership. And you've probably heard this before. I mean, nowhere else, I don't think there's anything else where you are thrusted at such a young age into a position of leadership. I've seen 22-year-old lieutenants make decisions which really impact world politics. I've seen 19-year-old lance corporals go out there and lead the charge, basically make things happen, going from house to house in Iraq, and just amazing leadership that other people want to get up and follow their lead. You just can't compare that to when someone talks about in the civilian world, they did an all-nighter and they had their team was so proud that, it's just no comparison. So leadership, you have got it made, but you've got to be able to translate that into civilian terms and translate it into their words. Number two, responsibility. So we have had the type of responsibility in which people's lives depended on. If you're a bomb tech and you're putting those, you're attaching those things to an F-18, you know that not doing this right can lead to a catastrophic failure. Number three, team mentality. Everything we do. So if you were in special ops, if you were in supply chain management, guys, you understood that it was about the team, because the guys over in supply, guess what? If they didn't make things happen, then we had the guys at the tip of the spear not going out with what they needed. And that could lead to, so you guys know what it's like to have a team mentality. Even pilots in the Marine Corps, they know that their job is to support the boot on the ground. So number four, work ethic. 24-hour duty. We did it all the time. So when people complain about, hey, I don't know about working more than 8 hours, come on, we're just laughing here because we're thinking, okay, you knew how to put in the time. You go on a 6-month deployment, that was 6 months of work. There wasn't a day off. Even on your day off, you were finding ways to get sharper, to get better. So you've got the work ethic. All right, number five, integrity. So integrity just comes with it. It's something that we understand. Let's just say if you were to lie, if you were to deceive someone, as an officer, that's conduct unbecoming an officer. You literally will get booted out and go to jail for something like that. So, but most of us coming in, we were already pre-selected. We wanted to serve a greater purpose, and we had integrity. Number six, accelerated learning. I was speaking with a buddy of mine, Joe. He was in the Air Force, and he was talking about how he would get trained. We got transferred every 3 years, every 2 years. You're showing up with an MOS. Now, you've technically got the basic skills for this, or sometimes sometimes you don't. And you would have to go back and learn this and dive in and become an expert in this particular item so that you could be teaching it, so that you could be working with others. And it was something that, yes, it was no problem when you would show up and, okay, I don't necessarily have the background training, but I'm going to find a way to make this work. Number seven, respect for procedure. So any pilot can tell you what the NATOPS are, or at least any naval aviator can. NATOPS written in blood, and that is the procedures you go through when you're starting an aircraft, when you're flying an aircraft, and whenever an aircraft is going down, and what emergency procedures are. NATOPS is written in blood because everything that's been learned in there usually has resulted because of an accident. And so you understand how important it is to go through checklists and procedures, because it literally saves lives. Okay, so number 8, talking about performance under pressure. Guys, when you've gone through boot camp, when you've gone through any type of live fire exercise, you know what pressure is. Literally, you make a mistake. If someone goes into the line of fire, if you are not careful about where your weapon is aimed, I mean, someone will die. And it has, I mean, we have things that happen. You understand that there are certain ways to turn off a truck. Otherwise, a Marine who's between two vehicles, and we had this accident happen, I mean, can get crushed. You understand that there is a way to do things. There are SOPs, and lives are on the line. Number 9, loyalty. Guys, we are loyal because we realize that it's something that, yeah, some people are going to go through, but we stand by each other. We never leave a man out there. We realize that, yes, it may not always make logical sense, but it's one of those things that we're going to see this through. We believe in someone. We don't, we're loyal to each other's training and to what we represent. And so it doesn't matter if you're, if you're a Green Beret or you're a Navy SEAL or if you're a SUPO. I mean, you understand that, hey, I'm going to trust in this person and they're going to come through. Perspective. Number 10. So perspective. A lot of people worry about their cars. They worry about their homes. They worry about these things that are all very material. We understand what's important, and that's life. That's being able to spend time with those you care about and being able to live a peaceful life. Number 11, selflessness. So we're the type of people, and unfortunately this can be sometimes a negative thing because in the civilian world you can be taken advantage of, but we're not out there to get credit. We are out there to work as a team, and we don't mind. In fact, most of us are not that guy at the tip of the spear. We realize that behind every silver star, every Medal of Honor, every award that's given are the staff sergeants, the gunnery sergeants, the sergeant majors who trained those young Marines, those young sailors, those young airmen, those young soldiers, and taught them. And we're selfless. Like we feel that is an award for all of us, and we're proud. Courage. We, kind of self-explanatory, but we go into this. It's not that we're stupid or we're reckless. We simply realize that someone's got to stand up, and we're that someone. Okay, 13th one. What do you think it is? Okay, so this one comes really, it's in a bit the camaraderie that we have when we're serving, but even more importantly, when you leave, the relationship, the connection. I get 200 emails a day. A lot of guys wanting to talk to me from my other company, Real Men, Real Style. I own another company called Bilingual Kids Rock. I've got High Speed, Low Drag, this company. But I make time for veterans. If a veteran reaches out to me, I open up my calendar. I find a way to get them in. Guys, do not be, and ladies, do not be afraid to leverage your connection with veterans. We want to help each other. So guys, those are your 13 advantages. Let me know what you think. Love to hear from you in the comments. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.